And we're live. And apparently nothing's working as I intended. Where? What? Oh, I get it. There we go. Ha! I was just kidding. Everything's perfect. Hi, everyone.
Oh,
Say hi, Gus. You're on Twitch.
hey guys.
Hello, stream. Hello, chat. It's been a long time since I've been on Twitch with you. Has Lucy been treating you well? Hopefully, she is. She still has like Ragnarok Online, I think, on the description. You were playing Ragnarok together. And today we have a lot of Relic Hunters. So I brought Gus here for the very first time. Not only first time of Gus here on the stream, but also first time of Gus on any live stream ever, right, Gus?
That's right. That's right. It's a big thing.
It's a big moment. We're making history here, guys.
Right, right. I'm gonna send my whole family the link and they'll just love it for sure.
So I can't see the chat for some reason. Um, yeah, I can't see chat, but it's okay. I'll fix it as we go. But cool. So today we are covering two things actually. I wanted to play a little bit of Relic Hunters Blitz and talk a little bit about Relic Hunters Blitz. You see Relic Hunters Legend on the top left of the screen, but that's default for the live. Sorry. So this is not Relic Hunters Legend. This is Relic Hunters Blitz. So for you out there who don't know, Relic Hunters Blitz is a mobile. It's a new mobile game from the Relic Hunters IP. It's being made by a new development team. I'm not developing this game. I'm still working on Relic Hunters Legends. That's why I brought Gus. So Gus is working in this game.
That's right.
We have a very very talented team called Team Juno, who is doing this inside Rogues now. And yeah, they have for the first time. I think was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was 2 days ago.
There we go.
On Wednesday.
They shared the build for the first time, APK build for Android, to everyone on Discord in our founders channel. So if you have backed Relic Hunters Legends, this is an extra treat that we are putting in. You get to play Relic Hunters Blitz as it's being developed. And Gus, do you want to talk a little bit about what's Relic Hunters Blitz? What's it all about? What's special about it?
Sure. So, Relic Hunters Blitz is our mobile spin-off for the whole Relic Hunters franchise, right? So, we're also exploring a whole new story in Blitz. So, new players will be able to get in touch with a whole other set of elements and words from the whole Relic Hunters franchise, and we still have the whole top-down shooter, fast gameplay stuff going on, lots of RPG systems, but all on mobile.
Yeah. One thing that I like is that Relic Hunters Blitz is not just like Relic Hunters Zero on the mobile. It's a completely new game with like a very different approach, I guess. And I'm showing the gun decks here. So you want to tell people a little bit about the whole thing about guns in this game?
Yeah, so one thing that's very unique to Blitz is that it's a collection game. We like to call it like a Pokemon for guns, right? So the player gets to collect a bunch of different types of weapons throughout the whole game. And according to which kinds of weapon you like the most, you may like have your own builds and styles of playing. So in the gun decks, that's the screen where you get to choose and upgrade and manage the weapons you own. So for example, Mark's showing the gun decks, and you can see that only a few weapons are unlocked by default. So in order to unlock the other weapons, you guys have to farm some ingredients and acquire resources by playing the game, and you'll be able to unlock new weapons and make upgrades on the weapons you already own. And as you can see, we have like different classes of weapons, so they're very diverse. And what we want is to offer really different styles of gameplay based on the weapons.
Cool. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. This is just like this is a very early build. It's pretty much the first like playable build that we actually letting people play outside of just the dev team. And so it's very small. It has just a single level. and these are just a few guns. But the game is gonna have like a metric ton of guns for you to craft and collect. This reminds me, and it's fun that I can talk like this because it's not really a game that I'm doing, so I can just take a look at it from a player perspective. But it reminds me a little bit of Warframe in the way that you're just trying to collect, to craft and level up all of the weapons. I kind of like that a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it mobile Warframe though, because it's a much smaller, less ambitious game than Legend.
Yeah, that's right.
The sun is right on my face. Let me try and fix this just a second.
Yeah, so we also have this whole element system. As I mentioned, we really want to offer many RPG elements for the players to feel like they're really having strategic choices so they feel that whether they win or lose, it's on their hands and it's up to their proper strategy planning.
Yeah, so I'm just playing with Raph right now. She looks so cute.
Right.
On Relic Hunters Legends. This game is so cute. Hello, Wolf TV. How's it going? So I can finally see chat. Awesome. The stream is still a little bit empty. I guess I've been not coming for a while, so you guys are just having a slow start. I just asked Lucy to come by. After we do show a little bit of Relic Hunters Blitz, I also want to show some new things on Relic Hunters Legend. Yeah, I'm just showing them like the different guns, so you can carry 3 guns in Blitz. Like a fire pistol, I have like a earth shotgun, and I have a water SMG. Guys, I think now I'm starting to hear like saw blades behind
really?
you, like a construction site or something. So
Yeah, they just started it.
yeah,
It's
just,
like they knew our stream time.
it's okay. Just try to mute yourself when you're not speaking, so we don't hear more chainsaw than we need.
Sure.
Cool, so we have 3 guns equipped, so this is one major difference between Relic Hunters 0 and Relic Hunters Blitz. You can carry 3 guns. And this is like a pretty straightforward game modes. You just have to defeat 22 enemies, and then we're pretty much done. And like Gus was saying, they're building something that the elements that you use, the different guns are going to matter. So some enemies are going to be weak to fire, others to earth. So like he said, it's a lot like Pokemon, but instead of Pokemon, it's guns. So there's a lot of similarities, I guess, there, but I still like action gameplay. And something that is not very obvious from the stream is just how good it feels to play this game on mobile, especially like the movement, stuff like that. It's very smooth. The game is super optimized. I think the Team Juno did a really solid job with the briefing that we gave them, that the game should be very accessible. So since day one, we told Team Juno, hey, you can do whatever game you want, but it has to run on really old phones and it has to run really well because we want as many people as possible to play this game. And I think they did a really, really good job.
Yeah, that's a really huge thing for us. We're constantly paying attention to FPS drops and where it's coming from. So from the programming side, right? As Blitz programmer, I can say that with property. We've been really paying attention to possible optimizations, and we still have a way to go. The game will run way better than it's currently, but we can already see it working pretty good on most phones.
Yeah, like my wife has, I think, a Samsung S3 or something, which is a pretty old phone, and the game runs really well on her phone, like almost 60 FPS constantly. And I cleared the first stage. Cool. So that's the first and only stage. But yeah, I cleared it. So
Yeah, but the cool thing is that you got lots of loot,
yes,
right?
yes, that's the cool part. So now I'm showing the gun decks again, but this time we have a lot of crafting materials that we got. So the final game, if I understood it right, Gus, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the final game, you're gonna have all different kinds of missions and places you can go to do your duck shooting, and when you do so, you're gonna be like focus farming different materials and stuff like that. So usually how it goes that you find a blueprint for a gun that you want, then you just go chasing for the materials. So in that respect, that's the part that reminds me a lot of Warframe. I think it's a pretty cool game loop to have in a shooter game. And
Yeah, that's right. No, yeah, that's right. We plan to have like these different areas with theme elements where you'll be able to go hunt and seek for those specific loots. So you can upgrade your weapons. So, for instance, if you drop this really cool fire weapon blueprint, you'll probably be heading to the fire slash earth or metal zone where you'll be able to find most of the fire drops that you need. So yeah, that's right.
cool. So you can see here that I have a lot of materials. The build is just tuned so that you get a lot of materials to craft pretty much whatever you want. I really like this. I think it's like a wood. I don't know if that's the name of the wood damage, nature damage. What is it?
Oh yeah, that's the plant
Plants. There
element.
you go.
We're calling it plant.
There we go. I love this gun. So there we go. The Verdance. So I just crafted the Verdance, which is a plants blast gun that uses medium ammunition. Pretty cool. I even have some materials to upgrade it if I want, but I'm gonna save them to see if I want to craft something else to show you. We might do this little water shotgun here, which is also pretty cool. There you go, splash shots. I love the names.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be cool if you could get like 3 whole new weapons for the next run.
Yeah, let me see. So splash shots. I think I can craft that plant pistol, but I didn't want to have 2 plant guns.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do it. It looks cool. Scrappy pistol. Your trusty down-to-earth pistol. Down to earth. This is the kind of thing that is gonna make you question if I made this game, but I haven't. They actually did that pun without any input from me. Surprising as that may be, but I love me some puns. Cool.
Yeah.
So
I gotta give the credits to our game designer, Maira. She's just really good with puns and funny names.
I just love that. So you can see here, whenever we are going to a specific mission, we can see the loot that we're gonna get from that particular mission. This is not implemented right now. We just give you all the loot because we want you to craft all the weapons and test the game, right? But
yeah, that's right.
in the final game, you're gonna be able to see which loot you're gonna get from that specific area, and then you plan ahead. Maybe which enemies are gonna be there? Is that something that's planned, Gus? Like so we can know the loadouts, stuff like that? I don't know.
Yes, for sure. You'll be given a heads up of the kind of elements the enemies are having, for sure.
Cool. So you can see here that my loadout allows me to take 3 guns to the mission. So I'm gonna equip the 3 new guns that we just crafted. So the plant pistol, I'm also gonna get the water shotgun, and my favorite, the splint rifle, which is super awesome. There we go. And you can also see that we can play with different Relic Hunters. So we have Jimmy, we have Raph, and we have Ace. We still have a mystery character here. I guess you can probably guess who it is. But there's also another mystery character, and that one, I bet you cannot guess who that is gonna be. Cool. So we have these three. I'm gonna take Ace because he's so cute with his little boots.
Yeah.
Just taking a sip of my gamer water here for a second. So you can see here Ace. He has the guns that we crafted. So we have the little pistol here, the shotgun, and the rifle. So still gonna be the same mission because that's the only mission they have in the game right now. But at least we can try out the guns. So the pistol feels pretty similar to the fire one, but this shotgun is very different from the earth shotgun. It's quite fun to use as well. Just making quick work of those Dukins. Hopefully this week or next week they're gonna show some of the concept art for the new enemies that they're doing. They're so awesome.
Yeah, they're looking so good, right?
And here's my favorite, the nature rifle. Look at that, look at that. It just feels so good. I love the sounds. Funny story about the sounds in this game. Like, we didn't have any plans to make any original sounds for this game at this point, because we only have one sound designer, which is Raph Miller, and he was really busy with Relic Hunters Legend, and I kind of forbid him to work in Blitz. I said, you don't do any sound for Blitz before you finish your task list on Legend. And then that traitor, he snuck up some time on the weekend to do it just for Blitz. And he did some really cute gun sounds and interface sounds, and they're really awesome. But you should not be working weekends, Miller. And also he's a dad now, so he's in parental leave. His son is just the cutest thing. Pretty cool. So we're making some progress here with Ace. But after that, we're probably going to wrap up the current build of Blitz. We are really looking forward to hearing what do you think about the game, especially on Android, like on the actual phone. Because here I'm playing on PC on Android emulator, just to give you a feel of, just to show the game easier, because I didn't know how to share my mobile screen. But the game really shines on mobile. So if you're a founder or backer of Relic Hunters Legend, and you have an Android phone, we highly recommend you take this for a spin. I think you're gonna like it. Hope you're gonna like it. Even if you don't, just tell us what you don't like about it.
Yeah.
Cool. So sales pitch time. If you're not a backer of Relic Hunters Legend already, this is another incentive for you to become one. You can head over to relichunters.com.br and become a founder. Cool. Gus, do you have anything else you want to say about Relic Hunters Blitz before we move on?
I think we've pretty much covered it all up, but yeah, you guys should really be aware that this is a very early version. We're still gonna add so much more content on the side of new enemies, with new styles of gameplay, new styles of enemies, as well as lots of more weapons. So yeah, keep that in mind.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so moving on to Relic Hunters Legend. So let me just open here the my actual monitor and open up Unity. Cool. Let me see. How do I? There we go. So yeah, this is the game engine that we use to make Relic Hunters Legends, called Unity. So you might have realized, the more attentive founders out there might realize that we haven't updated the game since July. There's a good reason for that. We've been working on the RAF updates. Just wanted to show you what we have so far for RAF. But she's still in developments. We are aiming for the update to be ready next week by late Friday. But that's probably not when it's gonna go live because we have changed quite a lot of systems really in Relic Hunters Legend, and it might be a buggy mess. So we have to take like a week or two to polish it up before we can actually deploy it on Steam for all founders. But at least we're gonna be able to start showing you more about how we're booting RAF and stuff like that. But I just wanted to give you a quick spin. Even though this is still hot in development, I'm not even sure if everything's gonna be working, to be perfectly honest with you.
Relic Hunters Legends.
But I'm gonna give it my best shot. So also keep in mind that the performance is gonna be awful because not only I am streaming, but also I'm running this from the Unity editor. So these things combined make for a hell of a beating on my CPU. But it's just for demonstration purposes. Sorry for the choppy frame rates and stuff. Since I have Gus as a guest here, and Gus is working on a different game, Gus, do you know how RAF is gonna be on Relic Hunters Legend? What are her abilities and such? I think you're muted, man.
Yeah, those guys are the construction working. No, I actually do not fully know Raf's abilities. I know she has like this really cool guitar blast that like one-shots everyone, but other than that...
Yeah, it's probably not gonna be like a one-shot, but it's pretty awesome. So let me go over her skills. Keep in mind that most of this is not even working, and the game is currently running at 20 frames per second. So wild things can happen. You're entering the Twilight Zone right now. So first thing you're gonna notice is Soundscape, which is not working. That's great. But okay, so Soundscape is our first cue here. Is going to... I think I'm actually hearing two songs at the same time. Just a second. There we go. BlueStacks is still open. Sorry about that. It's still open.
Funny how it's the same background music, right?
It is. Blitz is actually gonna get its own soundtrack. So there are going to be new tracks, like lo-fi style tracks for Blitz. Okay, so I think I chose the most bugged and weird branch of Relic Hunters Legends to actually do this. Not even the guns are shooting, which is it's pretty crazy. But okay, at least I can show you the icons of the skills. There you go. But so okay, so Soundscape, the first one. So whenever this is actually working, RAF is gonna switch between two music auras that she's gonna have on all the time. So she's gonna have two songs, kind of similar to how Lucio works in Overwatch. If you play that, you can switch between two songs. So that's what this skill is for. So when you switch to battle song, you can increase weapon damage for you and all teammates in range. And when you switch to the soothing song, you can slowly heal everybody. So it's a really strong ability, especially with the upcoming changes to combat, which are going to make healing much more important. Like we are going to change a little bit how combat works now that we actually have a healer in the game and other skills to crowd control and do other things to enemies. We can finally just balance the game a little bit closer to our original vision. So healing is going to be much more valuable, and Raph can provide that with her aura. She can also have her second skill is called Guitar Blast. So this is I hope it's working. There you go. That's working. Even though that was not a guitar on her hand, But imagine that was a keytar. Look, imagine a keytar. Ooh, keytar. And then you can just shoot. Bam! That's awesome, actually. That's working better than I thought it would. So this little shot is pretty cool. You can charge it up, just holding down two. You can charge it up and make it more powerful, and then bam! You do like a big shot. The fun thing about this is that it damages enemies and deals a lot of damage to shields because it's a magnetic damage skill. So if you have shielded enemies, this is gonna obliterate them. But also if you pass through your allies, it's gonna heal them. So you can either shoot your allies or shoot the enemies, or if you can line them up, you can just shoot everybody, which is pretty cool. The other thing you can do that is also both offensive and defensive, you're gonna notice that this is a very common theme to Raph. This duality is gonna be Raph's main theme about everything. So everything about her has kind of two sides. All of her abilities are like this. So number one is the two auras, the Keytar Blast that affects enemies and allies. And then we have the wrench. So Raph is the engineer on the ship of Space Heart. So her engineering skill is to hit people with wrenches, I guess. So there it is. I just love this animation so much. One more time. There we go. It's still a little bit weird, like the arms are not right, so I'm gonna get that right for next week for sure. But you get the idea, it's pretty cool. So this massive wrench, it does quite a bit of damage to enemies. But also if you hit allies with this, it's going to repair their armor or their shields, right? If they have armor like Pinky, it's going to repair armor. If you hit somebody with shields, which is everybody else, you're going to repair their shields. It's pretty cool. It's like that's how you engineer. We learned this from Team Fortress. Engineering is just hitting things with wrenches. And we also have up the tempo. So this is a pretty cool ability here on Spacebar. So instead of having, because everybody has a mobility skill mapped to the spacebar. So Jimmy has a dash, Pinky has a leap, and Ace has a jetpack jump that he does. So Raph, she has a movement speed skill, which gives her like a movement speed buff. So this is how fast it can run normally. If I do this, I can now run like almost twice as fast. Look at the hair bugging out. That's awesome. That's a bug, but that's pretty cool. So it's so fast that the game can't handle. But this is actually an area buff. So you can do this close to your teammates, and everybody can just run like crazy, which is pretty cool. So these are the 4 basic skills for Raph. They have a lot of depth to them, and but they all combine into like little details. And one of the most important ones is that it's not showing here on the buff menu, but we actually have something that Raph has called good vibes and bad vibes. So Raph is going to be constantly switching between these two stances, like good vibes and bad vibes. So every 7 seconds, she changes her stance, right? So good vibes is going to increase all of your healing effects. So whenever you're doing any kind of healing, even using the potion yourself, it's going to be amplified by good vibes. And bad vibes is actually going to increase all of your damage. So if you had bad vibes on, your damage is going to be increased. But all of these two stances, they actually interact with the other skills. So one of my favorite things is soundscape. So if you switch your song to match the current vibe, you get an additional effect. So for example, if I have a healing song up, but I'm on bad vibes, if I switch to the battle song right then and there, right when the bad vibes is happening, I get like a damage blast around me that damages all the enemies. So if you time that correctly, you get the buff. On the other hand, if I have the battle song and I am on good vibes, which is the healing stance, if I switch to the healing song, it's gonna not only switch to the healing song, but also give like an instant AoE heal to everyone. So it's much amplified. There's also other synergies already built in, like while you're charging your Kithar shots, your current aura gets amplified as well. So you can use this to give your teammates extra damage, or you can also use this to heal them faster, and stuff like that. So hopefully when we have skill trees, which should happen soon this year, the skill trees are gonna be up. A lot of more of these little details in depth are gonna come to Relic Hunters. So cool. So I think we're having kind of a slow day today. I don't know if maybe we announced the stream just too close to the actual time. But since we don't have a lot of people in chats, this is gonna be mostly recorded content. So we don't have questions and stuff like that from chats. So since it's recorded content, I guess we might just end here, so we don't have like a huge video on YouTube afterwards. So cool. Guys, do you have any parting words for our fans?
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here. First time streaming, so cool. And we're just really happy at Juno team to be finally sharing Blitz with all the community and mainly the funders, right, who can play right now or APK. And we're just really happy to be able to do that, and we hope to keep bringing you guys new features and updates on Blitz to keep you excited, at least as excited as we are. So yeah, great to be here, Mark.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, we're also super excited. Like, I'm very happy that I'm finally gonna be able to play a Relic Hunters game as a player without having spoiled everything. Almost hating the game when it comes out because I've been tweaking it so much.
Yeah, awesome. I actually felt very much like that when I joined Rogue Snail, and since I'm not actually working on it right now, and every update that comes, I feel really like a player getting new content and being able to experience the characters. I'm so excited to be able to play Raph with the skills, not just for the looks, because she's so cool, right? But yeah, I understand you so much.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Cool. So thank you, our fans who joined us in chat on the stream. This is gonna be up on YouTube, so it's a first presentation of Blitz and also a little rundown of what you can expect from Raph skills. And as usual, if you haven't already, just come and join us on Discord. We have a pretty active and cool community over there. It's discord.gg/Relic Hunters. Pretty easy. And if you want to play Relic Hunters Legend early and also Relic Hunters Blitz early, you can become a founder at relichunters.com.br/founders. So thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.